And even as we just come to grips with the second wave, we're just learning to combat the second wave of coronavirus. Experts are now warning that India should gear up for the third wave. The principal scientific advisor to the Prime Minister, Professor Vijay Raghavan, said that a third wave is inevitable. However, the time and scale of the third wave cannot be ascertained just as yet. He went on to say that several studies are being conducted to understand and anticipate COVID variants and mutants. He emphasized that making vaccines more effective to fight variants is the government's priority. Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray said it's time to prepare for the third wave. Efforts to fight the virus are already being made with the help of doctors in Maharashtra.
A phase 3 is inevitable, given the high levels of circulating virus. But it's not clear on what time scale this phase 3 will occur. Hopefully, incrementally, but we should prepare for new waves.
सरकारच्या विज्ञान विषयक सल्लागारांनी एक इशारा दिलेला आहे की देशामध्ये तिसरी लाट येते आहे, सावध रहा. सावध रहा म्हणजे काय करायचं? तर नवीन काही नाही आहे त्याच गोष्टी.
India now accounts for a quarter of the world's deaths because of COVID-19. The statistics that are being given out by the government of India, according to some experts, are not the actual ones. The actual figures could be much, much higher. So why exactly is the second wave far more lethal? India Today's Sneha Mordani with this report.
The morgues are running full capacity. Patients dying of COVID-19. Patients dying of lack of access to health care. The statistics mind-numbing. India's record is beyond dismal when it comes to the total number of deaths we have been recording in the second wave of the pandemic. There has been a 7-fold increase in deaths reported in the last 1 month in India. India has seen more than 50,000 deaths in the last 20 days alone. India Today's Data Intelligence Unit has found that if you take the 1st of May 2020 as the beginning of the first wave of the pandemic, the deaths reported on this day was 77. Compare this with 118 on the 1st of February 2021, considered the beginning of the second wave. What is the reason behind this?
This huge surge in cases, definitely one has to admit that there is some degree of decrease in the quality of care that is being provided because of the number of patients rushing into the emergency and doctors having a tough time. And that may also be affecting morbidity and mortality.
So are these deaths preventable, given that experts say there is nothing to show that any of the new variants are causing more severity? Yes, say experts.
Not relatively higher in terms of mortality rate. The numbers in absolute counts are simply astonishing. We simply cannot imagine the number of deaths we are seeing because most people are getting infected in a short span of time and they do not have the access to healthcare facilities when they deserve them most. As a result, we are seeing many preventable deaths because we simply cannot save them as we do not have enough outlets providing oxygen or medical care.
The government continues to derive solace from the fact that India's fatality percentage is below 2%. But if you look at the absolute numbers, consistently over a period of time, India is reporting more than 3,000 deaths. This translates roughly to about 125 deaths due to COVID-19 every single hour in the country. Sometimes even more than this. What's worse is that there is gross underreporting.
Underreporting of deaths is a worldwide problem and India is no exception. Access to COVID-19 testing is limited, especially in rural areas and in lower socio-economic groups. People might not have access to lab testing. If such people develop COVID-19 and die as a result, their death might not always get classified as COVID death.
A team at the Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore used a mathematical model to predict that about 404,000 deaths will occur by the 11th of June if the current trends continue. With inputs from India Today's Data Intelligence Unit, Sneha Mordani, India Today.
The unfortunate aspect this time is that even small towns in rural India is not unaffected. It's feeling the brunt of the monster COVID surge, and clearly the infection has reached those parts of the country that were fortunately untouched in the first wave. India Today's Ashutosh Mishra brings us this ground report from Jharkhand's Chhatra.
Second wave of COVID-19 is ripping across the nation. And it's not just the big cities. Even small towns and rural areas are reeling from the monster surge. This is one of the biggest hospitals in Jharkhand's Chhatra. And this is the ICU ward for COVID patients. No entry written in bold letters, but no one seems to have read it. No restrictions, people moving in and out without a care.
ये पता है ये वार्ड सिर्फ कोरोना मरीजों का, तो आप क्यों जाते
है ना? सिर्फ गए थे, वो सामान पहुंचाना इमरजेंसी था मेरा मरीज को, इसीलिए।
कितनी बार आप अंदर से जाते दिन में?
कोई खास नहीं, 2 से 1-2 टाइम हो जाता है।
आप पेशेंट हैं? नहीं। आप अंदर क्यों चले गए थे वार्ड में?
पेशेंट के साथ है।
पेशेंट के साथ, कोविड मरीजों के साथ रहने दिया है तो लिखा हुआ अनावश्यक प्रवेश।
अरे तो उनको दवा पहुंचाने गए थे, मास्क पहुंचाने गए।
कोविड वार्ड है, क्या हर किसी को अनुमति होती है अंदर जाने की?
नहीं।
परिवार तीमारदार क्यों जा रहे हैं अंदर?
कभी कभी आ जाते हैं, हम दवा लिख के देते हैं तो
इतनी देर में इन्फेक्शन होने के चांस नहीं होते?
बाहर से यहाँ देते हैं।
सारे के सारे देखिए अंदर से आ रहे हैं रिश्तेदार। यहाँ आपने लिख रखा है कोविड मरीजों के लिए और अनावश्यक प्रवेश निषेध।
नहीं, पेशेंट ज्यादा जाते नहीं है, पर कभी कभी तो जाना ही पड़ता है ना, कुछ काम पड़ जाता है, इसलिए नहीं जाता।
India Today's reporter was also asked by the hospital staff to go inside the ICU.
नहीं, आईसीयू में नहीं जा सकते ना, आईसीयू में मैसेज नहीं जाते, आईसीयू में जाने की अनुमति नहीं होती है।
The reporter had to remind the hospital administration that entry into the ICU is restricted.
Even in the smaller town, the number of beds are available. There is no crisis of oxygen. But the negligence cannot be ruled out. Even in the COVID ward, the relatives, the family members, all are having a free access inside the ward. And that's categorically, risking even the attendees. As this is the dedicated COVID ward, usually there is no access should be given to anyone. But now, even the family members, relatives are having a free walk inside a COVID ward, and that's going to be clearly risky.
But this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to negligence at this hospital. With medical staff's cars, the driver is seen putting masks on patients.
आप क्या करते हो भैया?
अपना भाई, अगर हम ये हमारा भाई है, ये मेरे बड़े भाई हैं।
आप क्या करते हो?
हम यहाँ ड्राइवर हैं।
आप ऑक्सीजन लगा रहे हो सबको?
क्या फर्क पड़ता है? हम अपने भाई को लगा रहे हैं, अपने ग्रामीण को लगा रहे हैं।
आपको आता है लगाने?
हाँ, क्यों नहीं? 13 साल से मैं इस अस्पताल में काम कर रहा हूँ।
The largest hospital of Chhatra is also facing a shortage of life-saving medicines and injections.
5 बजे से दवा लावाल 5 बजे रात में चला है। 5 बजे से
दवा बाहर से लाए?
दवा कुछ बाहर से मंगाते हैं।
क्यों?
बोलते हैं यहाँ जो नहीं है सो बाहर से लाते हैं।
The hospital nurse said injections that could save patients are not available.
कौन सी दवाइयाँ आप बाहर से लाने के लिए कह रही हैं?
बाहर के लिए अभी तो डायरिफेलिन के इंजेक्शन ही मंगवा रहे हैं, क्योंकि यहाँ पे खत्म हो चुका है।
किस तरह के इंजेक्शन है
वो सांस लेने का प्रॉब्लम है।
वो यहाँ नहीं है?
नहीं, अभी तो नहीं है।
मतलब वो इंजेक्शन जो सांस लेने के काम आएगी, वो यहाँ पर नहीं है?
नहीं है।
A patient was lying on the stretcher in the corridor. His family members claimed that hospital administration offered them a used oxygen mask.
यहाँ लोग मास्क नहीं देंगे, नया मास्क खरीद के लाने गए।
तब तक तो जान बच जाएगी, जो उनके पास नया लगा लीजिए। अस्पताल में हमेशा स्टॉक में नया होता है, जान तो बचेगी। नया क्या? वो कह रहे हैं नया नहीं है, वो कह रही है नया नहीं है अस्पताल में।
अब सबका नया कहाँ से देंगे, आप ही बोलिए। 5-6 को मेरे पास ठीक है।
तो अगर मान लीजिए संक्रमित हुआ कोई और वही वाला 5 लोगों को लगाएंगे तो बीमारी जो इसको नहीं हुआ होगा कोरोना वो भी ले जाएगा। एक ही मास्क जो वही आप सबको लगा देते हैं.
There is no denying that the infection has reached those parts of the country which were untouched in the first wave. And with health infrastructure crumbling even in big cities, what hope do these small towns and villages have?
After Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, now I am here in Jharkhand, covering the COVID infection rate, the spread in the remote areas. And Chatra is one of the worst affected. In this small town, a hospital is there. Adequate number of bed and oxygen supply is also there. But it is only the negligence which is now seems to be a bigger fear. The free access to the relatives in the COVID ward, drivers putting up oxygen cylinders to the patients, and crisis of essential medicines, injections seems to be a big concern for the coming days as we are heading towards a peak of COVID. Hopefully, the government and administration will take call on this. Bringing you this ground report from Chatra, Jharkhand with Sanjay Kumar. This is Ashutosh Mishra for India Today.
And shifting focus, the United States has announced its support for a global waiver on patent protection for COVID-19 vaccines and will negotiate terms at the World Trade Organization. India was amongst the first countries, and India has extensively campaigned for the waiver of intellectual property rights. Prime Minister Narendra Modi held extensive discussions with US President Joe Biden during their phone call. US Trade Representative also made the announcement after tremendous pressure from developing countries, also from liberal lawmakers in the United States of America, saying that this would help boost production in developing countries and so far received far fewer vaccines. Meanwhile, US Vice President Kamala Harris will provide an opening message on US solidarity with the people of India at 9:30 tomorrow evening. So what does this mean for India, especially when the demand for vaccines is extremely high and the supply yet to catch up? India Today's Chaiti Narula now brings us details.
If the vaccine patent waiver comes in, there are few implications for India. Number one, access to more COVID vaccines. We as a country would have more access to more vaccines. There will also be a boost to the manufacturing capabilities, and hence the supply would get boosted. A big leg up in India's vaccination drive. The US jab makers will not profiteer, and there will be ammunition to counter possible third wave available with India.